different definitions will be coming for motion. Okay, so the definition for motion is when a body is continuously changing its position with respect to the frame of reference. Frame of reference in the sense it is reference point. Okay, frame of reference is nothing but as a reference point. Then we say that the body is in motion. Already I have explained you, earth is revolving around the sun. That sun is a frame of reference. Okay, that sun is a frame of reference, and the body is nothing but as an earth. So earth is continuously changing its position. Earth is continuously changing its position with respect to this reference point, with respect to frame of reference. Then we say that the body is in a motion, in the sense the earth is in a motion. Someone have raised his hand. If you want, you can ask the question. Someone have raised. Okay, I think everyone understood the definition of a motion. Okay, with respect to time also, it comes with respect to time also, in the sense if an object is moving from one place to the another place, in the sense earth is revolving around the sun, it will take some particular time to move from one place to the another place, right? So frame of reference will also come, time will also come when an object is moving from one place to the another place. Okay, so this is the definition of a motion. There are many examples of motion, like you can see, an athlete will be moving from one place to the another place. Suppose consider that there is a circular track. Suppose consider, I'll explain you. Wait a second. Wait a second. Oh. Okay, this is circular track, and you can see this athlete. Okay, this athlete is moving around this circular track. Okay, this athlete is moving. So, reference point. I am telling you the reference point. Reference point only I am explaining. You see, a person, this athlete is there. Right? This athlete is moving around the circular path, right? So as this athlete is moving around the circular path, here outside there will be audience who will be watching. Outside audience will be there. Who will be watching. Audience will be sitting at particular position only. Audience will not be moving from one place to the another place, whereas this athlete will be moving from one place to the another place. He will be moving in the circular path. Understood? This athlete will be moving a circular path, whereas audience will be sitting at particular place only. So that audience is a reference point. Understood? Audience is nothing but as a frame of reference, and athlete is a particular body which will be changing position. Athlete will be changing position from one place to the another place, as well as he is changing position from one place to the another place, he will take some particular time to move from one place to another place. So we can say that this athlete is in a motion. We can say that this athlete is in a motion. Another example I will tell you, like suppose consider you have a car. Okay, you have a car and you are riding a car, right? You are riding a car, and you can see there is a road. Okay, you can see there is a road. This road is stationary, in the sense that road will not be moving from one place to the another place, whereas car will be moving. Understood? Road will not be moving from one place to the another, whereas car will be moving from one place to the another place. So this road is nothing but as a frame of reference. Okay, road is nothing but as a reference point. This road is a reference point, whereas this car is in a motion. Car will be always moving from one place to the another place. It will take some time to move from one place to the another place. Okay, car will take some time to move from one place to the another place. This road will be in a stationary position, and this road is a frame of reference. Okay, that road is nothing but as a reference point. So you can see a car continuously changes its position with respect to the given path. With respect to the given path, it will be continuously changing its position. So we can say that this car is in a motion. We can say that this car is in a motion. one student is asking, sir, but he is not revolving around audience. Then how audience could be the reference point? No, no, no. He is not revolving. See, you are comparing. Earth and sun with audience and athlete. Okay, you should not compare that one. Understood? You should, as sun is at rest, in the same manner, audience is also at rest, as well as path is also at rest. The path in which the athlete is revolving, that path is at rest. But whereas athlete person, he is there, he is moving from one place to the another place. Understood? Audience is at rest, whereas path is also at rest. Whereas the body, athlete will be moving from one place to the another place. So we can say that the athlete is in a motion, whereas the path on which he is moving, that path is the path is a reference point, and audience is a reference point. Understood? And one student per frame of reference means make it a point of example. Our school is in a monthly point of our school is railway station, so we can say you are confusing me. So the human inside the car is a reference. See, one student is asking, but the human inside the car is a reference point. Like as car is moving, human is sitting inside. Okay, human is sitting inside a car, whereas car is moving. The human being who is sitting inside a car, he is at rest. Human who is sitting in a car, he is at rest, whereas car is in a motion. Okay, understood about this one? Now, now, this one you can see I have already explained you about the Earth, which will be revolving around the Sun. See, Earth is continuously changing position with respect to Sun. Okay, which is at rest. Sun is at rest with respect to our solar system. You can see it will be moving. Okay, Earth will be moving continuously. It will be moving, whereas Sun will be at a particular position only. Sun will be sun will be at particular position only, whereas earth will be revolving continuously. It will be revolving. So we can say that this earth is at motion, whereas sun is at rest. And this rest, whatever the rest position it is which is there, we can say that it is a reference point, frame of reference. Rest. Rest. Sun is at rest. Car is reference point for human. Car is not a reference. Sun is at rest. Okay. I think everyone understood about this one, motion, right? Okay. Everyone understood. Now, before going to your chapter, I would like to explain some basics. Okay, I would like to explain you some basics which are most important. If you understand these basics, then only we will go forward. Otherwise, I will explain the same topic. Okay, you can see this on the screen. You can see physical quantity is available on the screen. Like you can see scalar quantity, vector quantity is available. I think you have already learned about I think you know about the scalar quantity, vector quantity, physical quantity, right? So these all are important. Like anything which can be measured, anything which can be measured is a physical quantity. Anything which can be measured is called as a physical quantity, right? So like uh, you can measure length, right? You can measure the mass. Understood? You can measure the temperature of particular human being, temperature of particular water. You can measure, right? You can measure weight. You can measure force. Anything which can be measured is a physical quantity. Anything which can be measured is a physical quantity. And there are two types of physical quantities. There are two types of physical quantities. They are called as a scalar quantity and vector quantity. There are two types of physical quantity. What are they? Scalar quantity and vector quantity. There are two types of physical quantity: scalar quantity and vector quantity. What is scalar quantity? Scalar quantity has only magnitude. Okay, scalar quantity has only magnitude. Example, I'll tell you what is magnitude. Example, I'll tell you, like suppose consider 30 kilometer. Okay, 30 kilometer is there, right? And 30 kilometer north. Now, just a second. You can see this 30 kilometer. You can see this 30 kilometer. This 30 kilometer is nothing but as a magnitude. Okay. This 30 kilometer is nothing but as a magnitude, and this 30 kilometer is a scalar quantity. 30 kilometer is a scalar quantity. I think everyone understood this one, right? Any quantity which has only magnitude, that one is nothing but as a scalar quantity. This 30 kilometer, what you can see, this 30 kilometer, this 30 kilometer is nothing but as a scalar quantity. Okay. Suppose consider a body is moving, from one place to the another place, and it has covered 30 kilometers. Okay, a car is there, that car is moving from one place to the another place, and it has covered 30 kilometers in a north direction. Okay, in a north direction it has covered 30 kilometers. As you can see, 30 kilometer north. Okay, 30 kilometer north is available here, right? So you can see magnitude is also available here. You can see 30 kilometer is a magnitude, whereas you can see this north is a direction. In the place of a north, if you put south also, nothing will happen. In the place of a south, if you can keep west, east also. Okay, suppose a vehicle is moving in a north direction with particular magnitude, then we can say that it is a vector quantity. So what are vector quantities? Vector quantity is that one which has both magnitude as well as direction. Okay, vector quantities are those quantities which have both magnitude as well as direction. Direction in the sense south direction, east direction, west direction, north direction. So directions, if direction is available, then it is called as a vector quantity. Okay, you can see I have given the examples for scalar quantity as well as vector quantity. Examples of scalar quantity is length. Length is a scalar quantity. Wait a second, I will remove this one. You can see length is a scalar quantity, right? Mass is a scalar quantity, time is a scalar quantity. Okay, and you can see I have given the examples of vector quantity also. Like you can see force is a vector quantity, displacement is a vector quantity, velocity is a vector quantity, acceleration is a vector quantity. We learn about force, displacement, velocity, acceleration afterwards. Okay, we'll be learning about length, mass, time also. Okay, we'll be learning about length, mass, time also, when we will be completing this scalar quantity and vector quantity. Okay, I think everyone have understood about scalar quantity and vector quantity, right? Okay, everyone have understood. Yes. Okay. Now, here the next topic is unit. Particular, there will be particular unit for anything. Suppose consider, um, uh, length has a particular unit. Okay, mass has a particular unit, and time has a particular unit. So everywhere there will be particular unit. So any unit is most important, right? Unit is most important. So you can see I have on the screen, you can see unit, right? Measurement of physical quantities are called units. Measurements of physical quantity. If you want to measure a physical quantity, you should then you should have a unit. Okay, unit should be there for particular physical quantity. Unit should be there. Okay, just a second. Examples of units also I have given you, like kilograms, grams, seconds. These all are nothing but these all examples are nothing but as a units. Okay, so there are two types of units: non-standard unit and a standard unit. There are two types of unit. What are they? Non-standard unit and standard unit. Non-standard unit, like almost around 100 to 200 years ago, 100 years ago or 200 years ago, people used to measure a particular distance with the help of a foot span. People used to measure with the help of a hand span. People used to measure with the help of a cubit. Okay, I think everyone know about the foot span, hand span, cubit. You can see this one is a hand span. Suppose you can see this one is a hand span. The distance from here to here, the distance from this position to this position is a hand span. Hand span. Okay, hand span. The distance from here to here is called as a hand span. If you take your foot from top to bottom, it is called as a foot span. Okay, it is called as a foot span. So people used to measure with the help of a foot span, people used to measure with the help of a hand span, and people used to measure with the help of a cubit. Cubit in the sense the distance from this place, this position to this position. Understood? The distance from this position to this position is called as a cubit. Okay, from here to here it is called as a cubit. So an example I will give you. Suppose consider a 10-year child is there. Okay, a 10-year child is there and a 25 years person is there. So for 10-year child, foot span will be there. The distance of foot span will be very less compared to the distance of foot span for 25 years. Are you able to get my point? Example I will tell you. Suppose consider for a 10-year student, the foot span is consider that one feet. Okay, I will change. Wait a second. 1 feet, the foot span is one feet for a 10-year student, whereas for a 25 years student the foot span is more than 1 feet. Okay, suppose consider 1.5. Suppose consider 1.5 feet. So it was getting very difficult for people to measure a particular distance. Okay, it was getting very difficult to measure particular distance during 200 years ago, 200 years ago. So people in the sense during that time, every countries every country people from every country combined, and in 1960s and 1970s a particular units have been made. Okay, in 1960s and 1970s particular units have been made. Those units are called as a system of units. Okay, in 1960s and 1970s particular units have been made. Those units are called as a system of units. What are those system of units? Those system of units are CGS unit. Okay, those system of units are called CGS unit, FPS unit, MKS unit. Okay, those system of units are called CGS unit, FPS unit, and MKS unit. Yes, I'm going with SI unit. When we'll be completing CGS unit, FPS unit, MKS unit, I'll discuss about SI unit. Okay, CGS unit. CGS, you can see this letter C. C is nothing but as a centimeter. G is nothing but as a gram, and S is nothing but as a second. Okay, so CGS is nothing but as a centimeter, gram, and second. Centimeter, gram, and second. Whereas FPS is nothing but as a foot, pound, and seconds. Okay, FPS is nothing but as a foot, pound, and second. And whereas MKS, M is nothing but as a meter, K is nothing but as a kilogram, and S is nothing but as a second. Okay, so almost around during 1960s, people used to measure with the help of a CGS system, FPS system, and MK system. People used to measure with CGS system, FPS system, and MK system. When a person goes to, suppose a person is there in America. In America, people used to measure with MK system. In India, people used to measure with a CGS system. In British, like in London, people used to measure with FPS system. So in 1950s also it was getting very difficult for a people to do business. Okay, to do business it was getting very difficult, because in different places they have different types of units, system of units. They used to measure with the different types. That example I have shown you: CGS system, SPS system, MK system. So it was getting very difficult for the people to measure a particular unit. So a standard organization came into existence, and that standard organization have made a particular unit. That unit is called as a SI unit. Okay, so they have suggested that we need to measure unit only with SI unit only. We should not measure with CGS unit. We should not measure with FPS unit. Okay, SI unit has been come into existence. This SI unit is nothing but as a system international. Okay, this SI unit is nothing but as a system international. S is nothing but as a system, and I is nothing but as an international. So SI unit is nothing but a system international unit. So At present, SI unit is used all over the world. SI unit is used. Whereas if you go to British in London, some businessmen, some organizations are using, still they are using FPS system only. Still FPS system is being used. Example I will tell you. Weight of a person will be measured in pounds. Okay, in some places weight of a person is measured in pounds. Example I will tell you. 1 pound, 1 pound is equal to half of the kg. It's not perfect half kg. 1 pound is not perfect half kg. It is around 1 kg, around half kg. Okay, so 1 kg will be equal to 2 pounds. 1 kg is approximately 2 pounds. Understood? So at present, SI unit is being used. According to SI unit, we are using MKS system. According to SI unit, we are using MKS system as a standard system. We are using MKS system as a standard unit. So at present we are using MKS system only, meter, kilogram and second. We are using meter, kilogram and second. See here, last sentence I have shown you, SI, meter, kilogram and second. Understood everyone? Pound already I have explained you. 1 pound, people used to measure what is your weight, in the sense people used to say like 100 pounds, 200 pounds, 300 pounds. In British, if you go to Britain, they will be telling you, if you ask them what is your weight, then they will be telling you 200 pounds, 300 pounds, like that. Okay. I think everyone understood about the units, non-standard unit, standard unit, CGS system, FPS system, MKS system, right? SI system. I think everyone understood. Done. Okay. We'll go for in the here in this previous slide, I told you length, mass, time, right? So we are going to discuss about length, mass, time now. You can see length. Length, you can measure the length with the help of a tape. You can measure length with the help of a tape. You can measure length with the help of a scale. Okay, you have a scale, right? So you can measure with the help of a scale. So SI unit of length is wait a second. SI unit of length is meter. Okay, SI unit of length is meter, whereas CGS unit of length is centimeter. Okay, the name itself indicates here. What is C? C indicates centimeter, right? So CGS unit of length is centimeter, whereas SI unit of length is meter. Okay. Now there are subunits of length. Example I will tell you. Centimeter is there, millimeter is there, decimeter is there, micrometers are there, nanometers are there. These are all the subunits. Okay, these are all the subunits. One student is asking a question, sir. These notes we should write in homework book, which you are sharing on screen. No. Whatever I am sharing on screen, I will post it. I will share it on WhatsApp. Okay, whatever I am explaining here, I'll put photocopy of this one in WhatsApp, such that you can copy it in your notebook. I told you need to maintain 2 books. One is teacher's notes. Okay, teacher will be giving you particular notes. On those notebook, you need to write these all things. Okay, whereas another book, you need to write question and answer. Then okay, we'll continue with this centimeter, millimeter. This centimeter, 1 centimeter. Just a second. 1 centimeter is equal to how many meters? 10 to the power of minus 2 meters. 1 centimeter is equal to how many meters? 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. How to convert this 10 to the power of minus 2 meter is 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 100 meter. Okay, 1 centimeter is equal to how much? 1 by 100 meter. If you take this 100 this side, if you take this 100 this side, then 1 meter will be equal to 1 meter will be equal to 1 meter will be equal to 100, just a second, 100 centimeter. Okay, if you take this 100 this side, if you take this 100 this side, then it will become 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Understood? If you take this 100 this side, then it will become 1 centimeter is equal to 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 100 meter. Okay, 1 by 100 is nothing but as a 10 to the power of minus 2. Okay, if you take these two zeros upward, if you take these two zeros upward, then it will become 10 to the power of minus 2. Understood? It will become 10 to the power of minus 2 meters. So 1 centimeter is equal to how much? 10 to the power of minus 2 meters. Okay, or else you can write 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. See, 1 by 100 will be equal to 10 to the power of minus 2. These two zeros, when they'll be moving upward, then it will become, if you divide, then you will be coming. One student is asking, sir, how minus 2 came? If you divide, then it will come. 1 by 100 is nothing but the 10 to the power of minus 2. Okay. I think you can understand. You are in 9th class. I think you know that one. Then, so you can see this millimeter. You can see this millimeter. 1 millimeter is equal to 1 by 1000 meters. How many meters? 1 by 1000 meters. 1 millimeter is equal to 1 by 1000 meters. If you take this 1000 upward, then it will become 1 by minus 3 meters. Okay, 1 by minus 3 meters. See, one student have told you, yes sir, we read in maths in 8th standard. In 8th standard you have studied about this one. If we have 1 by 1000, then it is called as a 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay, so 1 millimeter is equal to how many meters? 1 millimeter is equal to 10 to the power of minus 3 meters. Okay, if you take this 1000 this side, then it will become 1 meter. 1 meter will be equal to 1000 millimeter. Okay, 1 meter will be equal to how many millimeter? 1000 millimeter. Understood? 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter.